Up to now, we have worked with the statements one at a time on a worksheet. That is the right way to learn them. But a real session does not arrive one statement at a time. It arrives as a flowing conversation, several competencies moving at once. So this is where we practice the real thing. A guided analysis of segments from an actual ACC level session with the rating decisions narrated out loud. There is a loop you run for every segment, 4 steps in the same order every time. You identify the behavioral statement in play, you locate the evidence, what the coach said or did and when. You compare it directly to the statement, then you assign a rating and justify it. Each step depends on the one before it. The sequence is not optional. You do not skip ahead to the rating because you already have a feeling about the moment. Statement, evidence, comparison, rating, in that order every time. Let me slow down on why the order is the whole discipline, because this is where evaluators go wrong. Evidence first. What did the coach actually say or do? Statement second. Which behavioral statement does that evidence speak to? Rating third. Now and only now do you assign and justify it. The failure mode has a name, impression first. You hear a moment, instantly feel it was strong or weak, and go looking for evidence to back up the feeling you already have. That is backward, and it is how bias gets in. The moment the impression leads, you are no longer evaluating, you are confirming. Let us go deeper on locating evidence, because this is where a rating earns its credibility. For each segment, 3 things. The exact words, quote the coach directly, do not paraphrase from memory. The exact moment, the timestamp, so anyone can go back and check you. And the observable behavior, what was actually said, not what you think the coach intended. You are not rating good intentions. You are rating observable behavior. When your evidence is a quote and a moment someone else could verify, your rating is defensible. A vague impression is not. Now, the part that makes live evaluation harder than worksheet practice. A single session moves through several competencies and they do not wait their turn. Early on, markers from the opening exchanges surface. Mid-session, multiple competencies run at once, and you track each independently. Watch the transition moments where a shift makes a new competency primary. At the close, final markers emerge, and here is a discipline for the close. Do not retroactively reassign earlier evidence. What you observed at minute 3 was evidence for the statement that was live at minute 3. Resist relabeling it because of something that happened later. A couple of pairs get confused more than any others in live coaching. One is the line between giving the client support and space and genuinely inviting inquiry and exploration. A coach goes quiet, and you decide whether that silence was holding space or opening exploration. The other is the line between recognizing the client and asking about their learning. Affirming what someone did is not the same as asking what they took from it. The distinction never lives in how the moment feels. It lives in the statement. So when 2 feel close, go back to the text and find the specific behavior each one describes before you assign anything. Every rating has to be justifiable out loud. A rating without evidence is just an impression wearing a number. So build each one in 4 pieces. Name the statement, quote the specific coach behavior, state the comparison, how that evidence maps onto the statement's language. Then assign the rating with the justification written down. If those four hold together out loud, the rating is sound. If you cannot quote the evidence or explain the comparison, stop and go back. The justification is not paperwork after the fact, it is the proof the rating was real. Before we close, do something with a session of your own. Pick a short segment from an ACC level recording you have and choose the competency most active in it. Run the loop on one moment, out loud if you can. Name the statement. Quote what the coach said. Compare it to the statement language. Assign the rating and say why. Notice where it gets hard. For most people, it is resisting the rating until the evidence and comparison are in place. That discipline is what separates an evaluation anyone can trust from an opinion with a score attached. Here is the whole of applied evaluation in one line. Run the loop every time. Statement, evidence, comparison, rating. Evidence first, never impression first. That order is not a formality. It keeps your evaluation anchored to what happened, not to what you felt about it. You have the loop now, but running it cleanly takes more than knowing the steps. It takes managing yourself while you run them. Because the biggest threat to an honest rating is not a confusing statement. It is your own reaction to the coach. Next, we name exactly which biases distort ACC ratings, and we build the discipline that interrupts them in the moment.